Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Come on for the evening walk. Or get your mats. You're going to stretch out. Get your chair. You're going to do some chair exercises. Get your weights. You're going to lift some weights. Line up and walk from wall to wall or just standing in place. Ha ha. Yes. Jump on a bike or start the treadmill. Power on. Move. Yes. Yeah. Thanks for coming on to walk this evening, y'all. I ain't gonna keep you. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh. Hey, y'all. I had a fantastic day at Lester Gee Funeral Parlor. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me move this. Let me tell y'all how it started. Oh, hold on. I gotta do something to that camera. Let me tell y'all how it started. We have this car that it's almost 20 years, but it runs like a dream. I know everybody says that. Sorry, Facebook. I just wanted to clean this camera. Okay. And we can't get the check engine light off. Paid thousands, everything. Even up to lately, we paid like $300 trying to get the light on. No light off. So I started up a couple times a week, and the light is always on. But they said as long as we local, you stay local, it's okay. So I wanted to go to Lester Gee's funeral parlor. So I get in the car to start it up, and I was going to go back to the house and get my stuff, let the car warm up. Well, I started up, always look for the check engine light, and it's on. And I said, okay. I make sure the heat and stuff is on. And then out the corner of my eye, something changes. I'm like, what's that? I look back on the dashboard, the check engine light is off. I get to Lester McGee's, because usually when it's like that, you go a few blocks. When we had the repairman try to fix it, you go a few blocks. Light back on. I got to Lester McGee's. I ain't come back on. After Lester McGee's, I go to Walgreens. Get back in the car. Light ain't come back on. Came all the way home. Light ain't come back on. Honey, I take that as a great sign. Because I signed on the dotted line at Lester Gee's funeral parlor. I was so happy he kept looking at me. He said, this is for you. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. $2,500 to scoop me up, get me ashed, and on the plane to Africana. And he gave me 3 funeral parlors that I can call. I got to download the WhatsApp app. And I told him, I said, listen, at 20, I knew I was going to go to Africana. I met my husband, and I knew, but he had other ideas. He was just, he was just so lucky. I was a lay down for him. We didn't have to pay a lawyer and everything. I did everything. Please, the blood test, the doctor was right down the street. He did the blood test and the x-rays. I filled out the forms. We didn't have to pay nobody. So I knew it was perfect. But anyway, I said he wound up getting his green card and I never got the ACRA. I said, so I'm good. So he started smiling. And I know for some of y'all I've been going about going to Ghana alive, but after seeing how those German Ethiopians and those Palestinians are being manipulated, I knew that any large number of us African Americans going into any African country beware. These wardens, overseers, patty rollers, and the junkyard dogs will manipulate us into attacking you. And when I told Lester that, he stopped a minute and he sat back and he said, "You're right." I said, "That's right." So when the ancestors peeped my whole card, I said, "All right, we going back ashes." I'd love to. Okay, it's $6,000 if I just go and bomb, and that's on this side. It'll probably be another couple of $1,000 on the African side, but that's still good to get me out of here. To be my cremations, yes, honey, $2,500, and then I have to work out with the funeral parlor and Accra. And I can't even tell you how I became even. I became so even, y'all. It was like, okay. It was like, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. And as many of us is going with you, I was like, everybody grab a tooth, a bone, a nail, and be with all the energy. Let's get off, make sure we don't never come back again to this penal colony. No. So, oh yeah, I told Lester my joke. So I said, "Lester," I said, "I know y'all folks is worried about whether you're going to heaven or hell." I said, "That ain't my worry. I'm going to Ghana." I'm going to Ghana. He said, "Oh, you got a third option?" And I said, "Yes." And in my head I said, because the universe and the ancestors allow you way more than just two options, heaven or hell. But that's why I'm getting off this penal colony, honey. My energy does not want to ever come back on this thing again. Oh, can you imagine being born over and over again to this ridiculousness? Oh, so just so happy, so even. But once I get the do not resuscitate and send to Lester Gee's funeral parlor tattooed on me, then I can relax. Because in my head, y'all, I see them doing horrible things to my body that I love dearly. Do y'all see me walking? Y'all see how I got my posture and shit together? And when I think of my energy not being in my body, I see these trash, these hypocrite oaths folks just doing anything because they have no respect for the African. Listen, they didn't have no respect for me when I was alive. Poisoned me with antibiotics. So to me, it's going to be worse. But somehow that do not disturb, I want to put do not disturb, hands off, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch me. Even if I'm not up and around, but the heart and stuff is still beating, we waiting for all the energy to get there, honey. We waiting for all the ancestors that's been wanting to get off, get out, never come back to this. Whew. So that's where I am now. I just got, and the guy said for the tattoo, see, he's at 100, 150. I've got to work my way up to that one. I have no tattoos or anything. The ear piercing I have, my mother gave me at 3 months old. So, I'm excited I feel safe for the first time. I don't, okay, the patty rollers drag you out the car, stomp you. It's okay. You're getting out of here. Less distant than you to Accra. I don't got that worry no more. These warden and trash, legislative warden, executive warden, legislative warden, trash, 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 trash. The same government that has been messing with us since 1776 is still doing it. Can you imagine coming back as an African American from 1776? That's why they said they are so happy. They were like, we finally found one that got the assignment. Just get us off the rock, but do nothing to harm Africa. And I ain't never gonna do nothing to harm Africa or African Americans. Never. Never did nothing to embarrass them. Nothing. Nathan. Did I like to say Nathan? I ain't do Nathan to them. And it's so even. So, that's what I want to tell y'all. Thanks for coming on the evening walk. So, when I was small, everybody on TV, even Jane and Tarzan, they had black hair, black and white TV. And then, time goes by, Jane is blonde. I'm like, oh, she got the white hair. I become a teenager, get to the commercials, blondes have more fun, be the blonde, be the blonde. But now I'm kind of in middle school, and my German Ethiopian teachers are teaching me about Germany and about World War II and how Hitler said the perfect race is Hitler in Germany. He wasn't by himself, okay? Perfect race is blonde hair, blue eyes, Aryan. I couldn't connect it. Then all of a sudden here, teenager, everything. Blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect. So I'm like, well, what's going on here a minute now? What? Blondes have more fun. Blondes on the beach. Blonde. And in my head I'm saying, but ain't y'all said that man that killed all them German Ethiopians said the perfect race was the blonde head people? And now I'm looking at TV and everywhere I go, everywhere I look, ain't got no brunette teachers, ain't got no black hair teachers, everybody blonde. Then I went down south. Whew, thank goodness. And I couldn't understand what the fuss was. I couldn't put it together. It was like little scattered puzzle pieces. So, wait a minute. What does having dark hair have to do with anything? Totally ignorant. Because I came through this educational system. At that time, they didn't even teach that we came from nowhere. I used to ask, okay? So I said, what is going on here? That's that bad man. Y'all looking like that bad man Hitler y'all tell me about, but y'all all blonde hair, blue eyes, everybody. Everybody. But now I can clearly say, I know exactly what it was. It was the I'm Not Black movement. I have no African in me. Yes, the Africans came out of Africa and went into Europe in a big way, brought them into some kind of civilization, some kind of sanitary housing situation, music classes, the whole thing. And that's why it was so important for them to say, no, I don't have any African blood in me. I was like, get out of here. That's a lot. So all the stuff y'all doing, and I remember they said, don't get a tan, don't go in the sun, go in the sun, don't go in the sun. Go. I was like, why don't they want to go in the sun? And my mother said, I got a fly in here somewhere. My mother said, oh, they don't want their skin to become dark. But what she should have said to me, she probably didn't know. She probably said, Vicki, when Africa invaded Europe, a lot of Europeans became African mixed. And all these centuries later, they try to birth out the African that's in them. And I would have said, okay, I can understand that. So what they're saying, when you have blonde hair and stuff like that, you're saying you have successfully, you think, but you don't know about genealogy, but you have successfully, you think, gotten rid of the African. Child, I'm so glad. I don't like to use the word dying because it was like separation of bad energy, but it kind of rhymes. I'm so glad I'm dying and going to Accra. Let's take a break, y'all. You know something, Lester, the funeral guy said? And I said to myself, I wonder if people are feeling like that. When I said, well, I'm older, I'm an old woman now. They said, oh, no, you don't look old to us. I'm like, I'm not fishing for any compliment or any statement from you. For me, it's a badge of honor. And when I say it, I'm reminded. That's why I can make that move to get my remains to Ghana. Because I know I'm at this stage in my life. Yeah, y'all. Well, let's get this walk on. I'm walking, y'all. Oh. So I'm not fishing for a compliment. When I say, oh, I'm old, no. I'm saying I done went through it and came out on the other side, honey. I'm not going to say I'm a child. Oh, I'm not old. I'm 30. Hell no, I would never had this knowledge at 30. I was still drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes. So I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why everything was blonde and then to get the brown splotches out, they don't really. Everybody don't get brown splotches, but mixed race people do. Well, when they get old, because they get dark, they do. Yes, they do. I couldn't. So everything was proving you're not African. Like the German and Ethiopians started with their jokes and stuff with us eating watermelon and sitting on the fence and falling off and all that kind of shit. And these mutts, you know, the Scott Irish Africans, the English Africans, the French Africans. Okay, you're mixed. Okay, you're all mutts. So I couldn't understand why they were like, if you have this, then you're European, you know. And I keep saying to myself, yeah, if you eat watermelon, yeah, so you know watermelon, then you are black, Negro, colored. And then Mother was like, no, we don't want to be seen as that. So they ate theirs in the back, in the corner. Just a lot of things. And music. These folks still don't know to this day that rock and roll they scream about. And that rock and roll that they whoo, that them cults hate is because it came from us. And they're trying to prove that they have no African in them. And to them, their children enjoying rock and roll music is attaching themselves back to the African that they trying to forget that they got in them. See how that works? But their kids are saying, because they don't know the foundation of rock and roll, blues, all that stuff is us. They don't know it. They're saying, no, it's an electric guitar. It's not connected to black people. It's white people. We jump around, we wave our hands all over the place. And then the older ones are saying, no, that's devil music, because we know that blues and stuff came from black people. And if you listen to it, then you're conceding that you have African in you. When you should be grateful because y'all was sitting out eating each other's shit by the time the Africans came over there. All them diseases that y'all had. Okay, let me not go there. So, I couldn't understand it. I mean, I understand it now, but back then I couldn't. And they kept saying, no race mixing. No race mixing. Now, stay away from black. I mean, they was poor. I'm trying to think. Emmett Till. Poor Emmett Till. If they don't tell you all the right way, when a black boy, back in the day, looked at a white girl, side-eye white girl, he was hung by the citizen's arrest. For lewd the cities. Oh, whatever the word is. Intent. Anyway. If she responded like she liked him, and this y'all got to catch up on because it took me a long time to get that one, she would be considered an N-word lover. And when you're an N-word lover, that represents that you are connecting with that African blood in you. The old ones didn't know that until they crossed over. That means that you were connecting with the African genes and blood that they had already possessed and they didn't want to. So that's why, no, I'm pure, remember that? I'm a pure white girl. I just wonder about that. A pure white girl. Why you gotta say that? Y'all look white. But look closer, y'all. When y'all go to those museums and you see all them them old European things, look hard. Look hard, because the artist is going for the texture of the skin. And then look around and see when they all went to that white puffy face. Ooh, my legs is tired, y'all, by the time the evening comes. I thought I could do evening walk-ins, but I don't know. My legs be saying, ooh, ooh. Look at them. Look around the eyes. Look around the hands and nails. Top of the ears, if they let you. You know, if the painting is like that. But then you'll see where they started powdering it up. So that's why back in the day, and even now, it's important for them to say, no, I have no African blood in me. No African traits that you can see. No African traits that you can see. And that's why they don't like us. Instead of saying, yeah, fist pump, yeah, I know I got that gene. We ain't got no problem. Cousin, like the ancestors want me to say. That's why I've been posting too much. They said stop saying white. Say cousin. So you can see why y'all have never attacked them. Though you could. Though you would. And you would succeed, but you won't do it. It's because you're cousins. You know they're carrying the African blood in them. They don't know. They don't know. And because we know, that's why we would attack one of us before we attack one of them. Because technically, kind of all related. Ain't that something? Ooh, y'all. Yeah, I'll see y'all in the morning. This night walking. It's one of birds. I mean, I had my feet up now. My feet is like, why we ain't up? What we doing on this treadmill? Yes. But I don't even have to worry about that no more. I don't even have to worry about coming back to this. Man. Yes, I'm off topic. I'm off the whole white people women thing. I'm off to what I want to go to. I'm going to Ghana. It's wonderful. Like I said, I'm even. I know it's the energy. All I'm going to be is ashes, and I wish I called Lester back and said, Lester, can they make me have some big bits? like quarters of a femur or something that the energy can grab on, the family, the ancestors, and we out of here. So relieved to know never will be born back into this ridiculousness. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My ancestors kept saying, you understood the assignment. I was like, for how many years? And I'll keep y'all up on that because now I have like the 3 funeral parlors I have in Accra. I have to download a WhatsApp app. And then I gotta call and find out that information. And I'm excited about that. You know, I find out you're going to put me on the ground, you'll put me on a crib. I want the ground. I want the ground. I want mother, Africa, the continent. I want to be put in that hole, and I want it to swaddle me and say, you're home, you're home. And I was like, oh man, it's been about 600 years. Maybe more. But I'm excited. Yeah. Y'all can stay here and go clean y'all father's mini mansions and get on heaven. Or y'all can just bury yourself here and stay in hell. I'm going to Ghana. I got a choice. I don't have a pep in the pulpit, pedophile role, or no baby penis sucker telling me I only got two choices. I'm going to Ghana. Yes, indeed, y'all. I signed the papers. Oh, and it is affordable. I want the American side is affordable. I'll find out what we have in Accra. I'm telling you, I'm thinking of business. Because I think many of us need to take our energy along with our remains. And if you know yourself to be African, true and true, you know you've been suffering like hell on this penal colony. And we can get off. Not to be manipulated by these people because we're just energy and ashes or embalmed. What I'm trying to tell you, the universe says it's going to make a big difference in shit. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck. So today is one of those, and it gets better and better the more I'm like, oh, you don't have to be buried here. Oh, you don't have to be here. Oh, oh, oh. I love this body so much. That's the only reason we wouldn't be taking this trip a lot earlier. I love this body so much. If not, we'd been flying out to Africa next week. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck. Yes! As energy, we can protect Africa, Accra, wherever we get buried, when we leave this penal colony. And they can't manipulate us. They can't do us like the German and the British crown is doing them German and Ethiopians, or the Arab Emirates is doing to the Palestinians. They can't manipulate us like that. We're basically going back to Africa as energy. Well, I am. I don't know. They say you can make a business out of anything. But I'll let y'all know after I speak to the funeral homes over in Accra. Thank you for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. I will see you 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm just not making up any more time. So if I don't do it in the morning, I'm doing it in the evening. But we ain't missing no days. Okay. Have a good evening. See you in the morning. Thanks for coming on the walk.